let me share my screen. Sweet. If you want to drop the address in the chat, take a look.
You look, so it's weird on Google Maps, it pulls up as something else, and on PropStream it pulls up as
Really?
city. Yeah.
Oh, it's a great sign.
That's what it pulls up on.
Got you.
PropStream is. But that's wrong on Google Maps, so.
Shoot, you know what?
Let me pull it up, that's correct on Google Maps.
Yeah, you know, I also, oh, there you go. There's Scott.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey, Scott, how's it going? Good to see you. So yeah, let's take a look at it. I guess, yeah, I forgot I can't share my screen on the Zoom for you to see, unfortunately.
Okay, I have it pulled up, so if you want to just talk through it, that's
actually,
fine.
well, I'm trying to think. Scott, do you want to share the screen and pull it up?
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
Oh shoot, it's in Utah, huh? That's good. Actually, I'll just look at it since it's because I have access to the MLS. What were you using to look for? You said on Zillow was one thing, and on PropStream it was another.
I just looked at it on PropStream, but I'm saying on Google Maps it pulls up as a different address. So.
Okay, got it. Cool. So let me see. Oops, sorry. I got some people waiting in here. Okay. All right. Hopefully everybody here is legit. All right.
Hopefully everybody here is legit.
What's going on? Somebody else listening to this? Sorry. Hi, Latoya. Okay. All righty. Let's take a look at this one. I guess, yeah, like I said, everybody on StreamYard is going to be able to see this, but you're not going to be able to. So this one, you are working with them. What's the situation kind of with it? Or, you know?
Yeah, he just wants to get rid of his home. He doesn't want to go through an agent or anything. Home's in decent shape. It's probably like a 6 out of 10. It's not a big lot. Like it's not like your typical wholesale deal where it's like a distressed property. It's just one of my buddy's family members that's like, hey, do you know any wholesalers that won't try to rip me off? So it's one of those things.
Okay.
So it came up, didn't have to pay any marketing for it. So I mean, it'll probably, if I wholesale it, I'm thinking it'll be a small deal, but yeah, I wanted to see what my other options are, like potentially wholesaling it or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
So do you know, like, okay, so I'm going to try to pull it up on just like Zillow because just to get the dimensions and stuff. Okay, so Zillow doesn't give me any good dimensions. It says it's 248 square feet, so that's obviously not right.
Yeah.
Is it a condo?
No, it's a single family home. So I have some.
Let me put it into PropStream, see if that gives me some better data.
Yeah. So it's probably about like 1,700 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, but they also have a mother-in-law in the basement, a studio apartment. They just added on there.
Okay.
So yeah.
So okay. So you're saying there's a mother-in-law in the back. It has its own plumbing, own utilities, own electric, stuff like that.
It's in the basement.
Oh, it's in the basement. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So the 1,700 square feet. you're saying is including the basement or not including?
I'm not sure. I think with the basement, it actually might be more like 2,000. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
I'm trying to see. Where did you say? Let's see the where what?
Because if you pull it up on PropStream, it's gonna pull up a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, almost 1,700 square feet. But they've added on that addition in the basement, so it'll probably increase it.
Got you. So that second address, but and that's where the street view is. You said
So the first address is what it will pull up
on
in
PropStream.
PropStream. The
Gotcha.
second address is the street view. I don't know why it's weird
Gotcha.
like that,
All
but
right. Yeah. Now I'm looking at the street view. Okay. So I mean, to me, this looks like this house is probably. I mean, if there's a full basement, you're saying down there.
mhm.
Yeah, it's got to be double the square footage. Then I'm thinking. I mean, 1,700 square feet looks like it's the upper floor. You know,
Mm.
so that's really
That's just
important
what,
though, because it's just it's difficult to run an accurate ARV without knowing about that basement being full. But you're saying they have a kitchen down there and everything though, so right?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Then
not zoned
it's got to be pretty full. I mean, you can't get all that in there, right? If it's not pretty full. So, all right, let's take a look. I'm gonna get the actives. And I mean, the only way you can see what I'm doing right now is if you pull up like a Facebook feed and watch, you can mute it though and watch what I'm doing on stream on the group or something, just because I can't share my Zoom and share my StreamYard, unfortunately. So let's see. All right, let's take a look here. So it's interesting because there's a lot of active stuff right there, like for sale.
Mhm.
Oh, active new builds, maybe. Yeah. Okay. So this is a
Are you looking on Utah Real Estate?
Yeah.
That
So
website?
this is a brand new build. 2022 2-story. And it's a list price of $765, so that's really interesting. Got you. Well, just kind of ignore those for now. I wonder how that's going to affect some of the stuff. So this is under contract. This is a new build. All right. Let me get rid of these actives for a minute. All right. So just from a quick glance, there's stuff going from 7s to these are under, these are all, it's really confusing because there's a bunch of it's like a new build going on right here in this neighborhood. So let's see, this one right here, 3-3. This looks pretty similar. And you know what? Yeah, you may be right. I don't think it's double square footage down in the basement because I think these are like split levels. So this house right here, I'm looking at same kind of style. It says it's 2139 and the basement's like 600 square feet. So you're probably right. It's another probably 500 or 600 square feet down there. This thing's not even like super tip top shape. And it looks like it's kind of the builder grade stuff from 2005 when they built it. It doesn't look like they really updated a whole lot. Maybe a couple things, but this sold, but it's got a really nice backyard and a lot of poured concrete, and they've got a big fixture back there for a big garage for all. Man, they got a lot of land too. So this one sold in November 2021 for $550. Yeah, so everyone on the street selling for like $550. This one was $550. What's this one? This is 2,000 square feet, almost 2,100. This one sold 2 months ago for 550. Let's see. So I think 550 is a safe number right now for what this thing could sell for. This one was pretty, it's, it's
Test,
nice.
test.
Nice. Yeah. Kitchen's not super updated. So, yeah, I mean, I think 550 is an easy number right now. If it hasn't finished, downstairs. I mean, what kind of work did you say it might need? Like,
Very light rehab.
Yeah, it might need nothing, right?
I mean, you could probably fill it up on the MLS right now for more, but
yeah.
And he wants 525. He wants a net 525 for it, which is pretty high, right?
Yeah.
But
Well, so the only way that could possibly work would be if 525 and then oops. Yeah. But do they own it free and clear? So then if he does like a seller carry, doesn't charge you anything, no money down, he just lets you. I mean, honestly, and you just give him a down payment and pay him the rest of the balloon. I mean, and you don't put any work into it, but that's not really, it doesn't look like a very good deal. You can't do it really at 525 unless you could sell for more than 550, which again, I'd need a little more information, maybe some pictures to really determine. Because like I said, I'm looking at one right now. It's down the road. It's not, it's so it's on the same street. It's not as good looking of a house curbside wise, but I think it's pretty, let's see, this one was built in 2005, right? So 2005. Are those solar panels paid off, by the way?
I believe so.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I think it could sell for more than 5. If it could sell for 575, even. The question is how much, money do you have to put into it? That's a question. And would they budget all? I mean, because even $10,000. But in order for this to work, they're gonna have to finance this flip, and you have to put it down and they would have to accept that as a term, because if not, it just doesn't work. Then if they list it on the market, I mean, unless they list it with a broker who will do it for $1,500, $2,000. I guess there's cheaper services, right? If they really want to dig in and find it, but the kind of the mainstream stuff is Homey and other places that do that. So 5, they probably would, 550. Oops, what am I doing here? So they're gonna list. They probably would list for more, thinking they could get more. But let's say they sell for 550. Oops, what am I? So if they lose, what is it? They're going to lose at least 2.5 to the other agent. I mean, there's no way they can sell without giving the broker's agent 2.5. The buyer's agent 2.5, and then just call another 2% for closing. That's 4%. I mean, minimum. What the heck? 550. So then they would walk away with 96% of the value, So what would that leave them? I mean, that would leave them maybe. And then if they 550 and then, they lose. So, I mean, they're asking you to pay exactly what they'd walk away with if they listed it. I mean, so the only conversation you can have is, well, are they willing to put any money into it at all, or no? They don't want to put any money into it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. So the only conversation is there wiggle room? And would you be open, since you own this free and clear, you know, I wouldn't be able to pay you any interest. I could maybe pay you a small deposit that goes towards the purchase price, and then pay you the balloon in three months or 2 months. I mean, I would get as much, 3 months, just say, right? And if they agree, then I think that would be the only way to make something like this work. I mean, you see the numbers, right?
Well, I guess what price, if I was gonna like make it like a wholesale deal, right? What price would I need to have it at?
Wholesale deal? I mean, it's just not a wholesale deal. Now, if if you're gonna use hard money and you literally put no money into it, I mean, but then you'd want to have a number that you're really confident could sell in like 2 months, right? I mean, it looks like 550 is that number. So it really just depends about your because for hard money, right? I mean, you're going to have to come up with 15, 10%. I mean, that's 75 grand. I don't even know if they would even possibly lend it to you, and that's to make, if you bought it at 5, sold it at 550, did it in 2 months or less, you'd be poised to make, and that's with no listing agent fee, right? So you're going to have to pay somebody something, probably $2,000. Yeah. So it's not, I would say, 490, right, would be the absolute highest if it needed not a cent of work. Because then you could possibly make, somewhere between $22,000 and $26,000, because it will sell, right? I mean, it's just a matter of, if it takes two months or 1 month, right? If the financing falls through, something like that, worst case, right? 3 months, 4, right? But so you're safe at 490, because 550 is easy, is pretty, but I think they could get more. So I don't know. I mean, this one, I would just work with them a bit. I mean, I think you're close. I mean, you have a couple different strategies, right? Are you watching me on the StreamYard?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you watch me obviously zero out these things, right? This is huge. If you could get this, at 515 even, but they want, let's say you can knock them down $5,000, you can get it for 520, right? But, and then you make them, I mean, what's the most, of a down payment you think you can make out of pocket? Because like, I mean, for them, there's really no risk, right? I mean, they own it free and clear. If you paid them like $5,000, right, and said, "Hey, I'm going to list it and pay you the rest," when it sells. I mean, you could make 30 grand if you sold for 575. So, and got it at 520. So, I think there's something here, but you got to get more information. Really figure out if this is really makes sense for them, right? Like, why wouldn't they just list it? But if they don't want to, then they need to come up, and say, "Hey, I have some, a couple different strategies we could come up with,"
For sure.
Sweet.
Cool, man.
Yeah. So if you want, shoot me a message on Facebook and we can talk about this one later. And work on this one. Cool. Let's see who else we got in here. Roger. Oh, Roger, what did you want to ask? Okay. I don't know if you're in here. Okay.
Sorry, my son's being loud, so I don't want to disturb right now.
Oh, no, it's okay. What did you ask a question or something? It's okay. It's not a big deal. You're muted again. Oh.
Yeah, sorry, he's yelling over
That's
here.
Okay. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
All right, get him on the
I just
phone.
had to
You gotta get
talk to my seller, son. So I see if you guys can look at a potential wholesale deal out in Houston for me. Is that something you guys do out here?
Yeah. So that's what it's all about.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to drop the address or?
Yeah, I'll drop it for you real quick.
Cool. What happened?
Have you been in touch with the seller directly, or is this brought to you by another wholesaler?
No, so I'm doing on market just because I don't have any marketing money right now. So I just looked up on Redfin. I talked to the agent multiple times. This one's kind of like a new construction townhome happening in the area. I just want to see what would be a good wholesale number for me.
It's new construction, huh?
Yeah, so like just knocking down the property. And... 1 second, RJ.
So you're saying there's new construction being built on it right now, or you're saying?
Oh no! So like to knock down the prior home and to build new construction on it.
Ooh, that's gonna be a difficult. That's.
So you a tear down, you said.
Yeah, tear down.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So,
What's vacant land in the neighborhood going for without a tear down on it?
yeah, we can.
So right now they're asking 125, and that's
Okay.
So 100,
How
110
big is
to
the
like
land?
about like 1,200 square feet. But these
The
townhomes
land?
are like,
No, the house is
oh,
1,200
the
square
land.
feet.
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
So if it's a townhome, then there's probably no land, right? They're all attached to each other. So this sounds like there's no land if it's a townhome. What about the neighbor? Is this a row house or a townhome?
I'm not sure what a row house is. Maybe I should get
All
more info before I ask you guys.
Well,
No,
no, I
it's-
want to make sure you have the info first. So row house. You can do a quick search on Google Images to see what row houses look like.
Row houses are like, really common in Philadelphia, St. Louis, a lot of the older cities. They're just, I mean, obviously New York City. They're just lined up in a row.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
They're
Okay,
like,
Yeah, this one's
they are very similar to townhouses in a lot of respects.
Well, townhouses are going to have HOAs and they're
Correct.
all going to be the same,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
On a row house, you can be the center house, right? And be bookends, have a property on each side of you that catches fire, but yours doesn't. And both of those people decide not to rehab the property and leave it as is. They don't do anything to their
okay.
house.
That's-
right?
That's true.
What do you do in your house, right? Your house wasn't affected by the fire, but now your kids are grown up, they've gone to college, and now you want to sell the house and move out. What are you doing here?
You're renting.
All right. So someone that's going to want to buy your house is really going to be looking to buy the whole block, right? Because they're going to want to rehab those other two that, are destroyed from the fire.
right. Okay.
All right. So a townhouse and a row house, they're, again, similar, right? Where they're attached to each other. But they're also very, very different as well, right?
Yeah.
So on this property here, now that you see, what the difference of a townhouse and a row house is, do you know what the subject property is, Roger?
Well, the subject property as of right now is just a regular house, like a single family house. But when I was talking to the agent, she was saying that you can tear down it and then make a townhome from it.
Okay.
But the townhome is like, she was saying that you can make it on a 600 square foot lot, and it's like a tri-level around that area.
I love when agents
I
use your
agree.
wallet to make investments, right? You could do this, and you
Mm,
could put an amusement park here, So I have to spend money to make money, right? So why spend it here? Why not on an investment down the street, right? Why not a different property, right? What are the benefits that this property have that the others don't, right? Why should I put my money and my time, right? We're going to trade time for money here, right? So why should I put my time into this property? What is it going to reward me with, right?
right.
In comparison to other properties out there, right?
So he put the address in here. I'm looking at anything with townhouses even in this area, and there's not any that have sold.
They're all just listed, huh?
Well, there's not even any listed. So I mean, it's not like a townhouse area. So again, well, there we go. So these are far away. So, and this, where is this? So these are 2 units all the way over here. Yeah, I mean this is like a single family neighborhood. So I find it pretty comical that an agent would just say something so stupid.
Give me the idea to put.
All right, rip down this house,
And
right?
put
It's
it-
not even a vacant lot, right? We want to tear down this house.
And put a townhouse. Come on.
Where am I putting townhouses? I'm looking at the size of this lot. I mean, this lot's
It's-
5,000 square feet. I mean,
yeah, this is outrageous. I can't stand some of these ideas these agents put in people's heads. Yeah, so
Thanks for the
that's,
feedback.
there's no way you could put a townhouse on a townhouse on this property, let alone multiple. There's no way. It's a single family neighborhood. This isn't zoned for this.
no, yeah, this is I don't know what this agent's thinking.
I don't know what yeah. So let me just touch for a second. Can everyone see? Can everyone just open up the chat for a second?
Yes.
Everyone looking at the chat?
Yep.
Take a look at what I just uploaded there. That last message I put in, it says share Get Cloud app. It's not an app, it's just an image, but
Got it.
all right. That's about, I don't know, 100, 200, probably close to 300,000 leads right there
Jeez.
of off-market, already skip traced, filtered sellers, whether it's tax liens, pre-foreclosures, people that filled out web forms, right? SMS campaigns, VAs, okay? My point is that in my previous message, we run a little program here, right? It's called the All-in-One program. And for less than $100, not only do you get access to us all the time and access to the blueprint and how to run ads, but we also give you a dialer as well with the leads already skip traced and uploaded, ready to go. This dialer rings 10 phones at a single time. So anyone that's there going like this on their phone, compared to the guy next to him that has 10 lines going at once, and then when somebody answers, the other 9 lines disconnect, right? With already what I feel would be motivated sellers, right? We check the filters, right? These aren't on market, Redfin. I don't know if this person's motivated or not, right? I mean, we could look online all day and find people selling houses, but they need to be motivated to a point that they're willing to trade a headache for money, right? I mentioned before, we're trading time for money. Well, these people want to trade a headache for money. You think that they don't know that they could list this on the MLS with the broker? Or they don't know that they can paint it and put new carpet in and do some updates to get top dollar retail? They know all this, but there's a problem. All right, I'm not a real estate investor. I'm a problem solver. I solve problems often around real estate. Sometimes it has nothing to do with real estate. Sometimes the sale of the real estate creates some cash that alleviates a problem, and it has nothing to do with the property. People inherit properties every single day. You'd be amazed how many people die every day and leave properties to people that don't want them. They live out of state or they're run down. Could you imagine if my aunt died and she left me that property that we were just looking at with Roger over in Texas right there, right? And I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. What do you think I'm going to do with that property? I'm going to sell that property to the first person that makes me an offer. I'm nowhere near that state or that city. I don't know a broker. I don't know anything about it, right? So I'm really going to rely on someone making me an offer or a wholesaler, saying, hey, this is what I can give you for the property, right? So yeah, it happens all day, every day, but we got to be on top of it. And Roger, I love the work, that you're putting in, but honestly, going through Redfin, it's gonna make your job difficult. And you're gonna get exhausted before the race even starts, my man. Right? We want to make this, as easy as possible, right? We want to make this fun, right? But now you spent all this time and this effort going through this one property that somehow you isolated to be a potential deal, and it's not. Right? I mean, we can work smart or we can work hard, right? I got 4 kids myself. I got obligations, and I can't afford to not get the job done at the end of the day. So we created this program out of the necessity of really working with people just like you, Roger. You're sitting there right now. You're doing the work. You're going through it. God forbid you lock that deal up and you got a contract on it, right? And now you come to Sean, and Sean's like, This not a deal. No matter what way we look at it, it's not a deal, right? But then here you are, you spent your afternoon getting that contract, working with the seller, that now you either have to go back for and say, hey, I can't sell this. This piece of paper is worth more, right? I can't sell this with these conditions. Maybe you can get a better number for them. But now you're just spending time, wasting your own bandwidth. You know what I mean? We just do it right the first time and we're done, right? So anybody on any one of these lists that I've showed you here, in any one of those cities, we can dispo. We have buyers for it if we don't buy it ourselves, right? It's not some remote area that, hey, you know, we got a good deal, but there's no buyers for 150 miles, right? Like, we can't do anything with that, right? So as hot as the deal is, you got to have buyers for it, right? So unless you get a great price on that property there in Houston, the average buyer, I mean, no builder's going to look at that to do townhome or row house won't fit there. So I don't know what that broker's angle with that is, be honest with you. But again, we can work direct with sellers, right? There's a lot that, you know, that program provides, but the dialer is just, you know, literally just one item, right? I mean, it's a great item, don't get me wrong, but it's just one of many items. Coaching, contracts, deal review, comping, creation of ads. I mean, the list goes on. You know, if you want to run your own list and do your own skip race, we even have programs you could pull list yourself if you wanted to, right? So this was created out of the necessity, right? Too many people were coming to myself and Sean with what they thought to be deals that were not. Okay, a good analogy, and maybe you've heard this before, is a Ferrari on ice, right? It looks good, but it goes nowhere, right? So when we have those day after day after day, we started thinking, you know what? What if we teach them how to fish, right? Instead of bringing us fish and us saying, no, that's too small, I don't like that. What if I actually taught you and spent the time to show you how to fish the right way, right? In the right pond, with the right bait, at the right time of day, right? If I teach you all those right steps, then when you get a contract, me and Sean are arm wrestling each other for it, right? Because I want to buy it and he wants to sell it, right? So that's a great problem to have, right? Let's have good problems. We don't want to have bad problems. I'll deal with good problems all day long, but let's have some of them, right? So a good problem to have is I don't have enough deals because my buyers buy them for me as soon as I get them. But we got to get the deals. So a great way to do that, don't worry about skip tracing. Don't worry about sorting and downloading and sourcing a list in hot cities or zip codes. We've done all that already for you. Okay. So, yeah, I'm happy to jump in with anyone else that needs help, maybe creating an offer. But really, I'm just thinking bigger here. You know, I would love Roger to come on tomorrow or next week and say, hey, you know, here's these two or here's these three that I was able to have I don't even care if you lock up the deal. You don't need to. Don't even get the contract. But have that conversation with the seller. Get them, what's your number, Mr. Jones? 100,000? Oh, did I mention I cover the closing costs and there's no broker fees? Could you do a little better? Oh, yeah, okay, 90, you can do 90,000? Did I mention that I can close quickly and get you your money in the next 3 weeks? Did I tell you that? I don't need to show this house and be in it 15 times? Do you think maybe you could do a little better? Oh, 85,000? Yeah, that's, I love the house. I really want to buy this one. I'm just not authorized. That's just too much for me to say yes to, but I can bring that up at this afternoon's meeting. We're going to be going over a few properties. Is there anything else maybe you could tell me about this house that I could show to the partners here that would really just get them to you know, get over the fence here and make a purchase? And he's going to tell you, well, I did the fence, or it's a nice house, or I just painted, or no matter what the guy says, are you sure you can't do any better than 85,000? Right? Put it back in his head, right? Let him give you a number. Let him give you that number. Then whatever that number is, you say, thank you very much. We'll be in touch. Right? And then you connect with somebody else that's in the program or one of the mentors or the leaders here, right? And you bring up the deal. Look, I got this seller down to $85,000. It's in a $250,000 neighborhood. The guy wanted $100,000 at first. He's going to list it with the broker in the next 2 weeks. Right? His company just relocated him. His kids are out of school right now because it's the summer and he needs to make a move. Right? We already know that we got this guy down to 85,000. Right? We already know that the ARV is 250. But you got to work these people and get a little bit of a better number from them. Right?
Yes. Thank you.
That's all I got to
Scott.
say about that.
Thank you, Scott. And, just to touch on the all-in-one as well. I mean, we've provided like a jot form, a place for you to submit. It's got all the questions you need to ask, all the information that you need to get. I mean, like he said, we're trying to teach you how to fish, but we're also really trying to teach you not how to waste your time, because we've wasted enough of our own time to guarantee you that there's certain places, certain things that you just shouldn't do. You're going to waste your time, and it hurts. And I don't want to see, I don't want to hear any more sad stories about it. Like you said, you went away solid time and you got a Ferrari on ice. That's not good. And then as far as agents right now telling you about new build this and townhome that, I mean, with the interest rates rising, you're not going to see, you may see a little pause. Stuff that's being built now is stuff that people had in the works, 1, 2, 3 years they got, ago, where they got the permits rolling. They got, they went through the city, they laid the sewer, they did all this stuff. So, people are probably not, that idea of knocking something down and rebuilding it right now. I mean, obviously people are building, don't get me wrong, but the price has to be absolutely outrageous, right? Or it has to be on terms, or it has to make sense. Nobody's just going to knock down a single family home, in the middle of a single family neighborhood and put up a townhouse on 5,000 square feet. So let's just be really careful about how we use our time, because we only have a limited amount, finite resources. Let's see. So I'm going to look at Latoya. This one here? She had one I wanted me to look at here. So what's going on with this one? How did you find this one, Latoya?
This is from text message marketing I did yesterday.
Okay.
The owner messaged me back.
What type of marketing did you say, Latoya?
Text blasting, text messaging.
Okay. Are you using automation, or are you doing that by hand?
No, I'm using Smarter Contacts.
Fantastic. Good to hear.
Yeah, I just do a text. And so the story with this is the guy just got a divorce and he wants to sell it, but it looks like his wife has ownership of it too, not just him.
Is it a court ordered sale?
No. He just
Is the wife on board to sell?
It doesn't sound like it, because he sounded kind of pissed yesterday. So it's something I have to re-engage with him about and see, because when I looked it up on PropStream, because he said he just wanted to sell it. Then when I pulled up on PropStream, I seen there was another person under as the owner.
Mm-hmm.
So he's living in it right now by himself. So hopefully she will come on board with it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you're from this neck of the woods, right? You're from Miami, right?
Yeah, but I haven't lived there.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. But the one thing that's interesting about these condos, especially not just Miami, but really anywhere, it's really to get an ARV, you have to reach out to brokers. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's hard for me. That's why I'm on here, because some of the same exact condos sell for over $1 million.
Yeah. So the biggest thing on these is does it face the water? What floor is it on? Obviously the floor plan, right? And
what else?
Yeah,
he made the location.
Let me see.
It's like he says it's a 2-corner condo or something like that.
Yeah, so I don't know, Scott, if you have any opinion or any comments about this, but generally I'd say, you want to know which direction does it face, right? What direction, what floor he's on.
There's so many little nuances
Yeah.
that even if it's a a 2-bedroom, 2-bath that faces the water
Mhm.
on the same floor, but it's the L shape and it's not the J shape, right? And it sees, the sunrise and not the sun's.
Yeah.
You just got to get real granular when you're getting into those types
Condos.
of,
Yeah, for the
of
condos.
properties, right?
Yes.
Again, let's go back to the lower hanging fruit, right? The easier fish to catch, right? If the list that you compiled is heavy in condos, right? Maybe we want to omit that on the next time that we do a search, right? Maybe we only want to do single family or, 2 to 4, multifamily, right? When we're doing that next search and SMS to avoid, because I've done it, right? I've gotten some nice apartments and then there's an HOA problem. There's just so many little things, right? And honestly, to get a price, a lot of investors are going to look at these for STRs, short-term rentals, like an Airbnb or a VRBO. So again, depending on the building, right? Now you got the deal. It's $1 million property and, you got it for 700 grand and, it needs 20 grand worth of updates, right? But what is that investor doing with it if they're not living there? Right? What value can they add to it to get money out, right? Like,
Which
you
is,
know,
this is my first condo I've ever,
Yeah.
okay.
never dealt with a condo
Yeah,
before.
condos are really, really granular. That's Scott's word, granular, and every little detail can matter in these. So, I mean, I'd be happy to help you if you get more information. But I would say if the wife doesn't want to sell, right, that's step number one. But
Yeah, that's
in
in any deal, condo
Right.
or not, right?
Right.
If all parties are not on board, does that one party have the decision-making authority, right? Does he have a power of attorney? Is there, an investment that he has 51% of the voting rights? Okay, so even if the wife is not on board, she could be an invalid, she could be in a coma, right? There could be reasons why someone may physically not be able to sign off. So you just got to ask that stuff before you even take a deeper dive. Hey, are you the decision maker? I mean, I actually supply a little something inside of the dialer. I think Sean's seen it where we actually ask, are you the decision maker on this property? And the seller says, yes, I'm the decision maker. Is there anyone else you need to run things by? Well, no, it's just me. My wife passed away 2 years ago and my kids are all grown up. So it's just me. Oh, come on. I can't go out to dinner without, speaking with my wife about where I'm going, right? There's got to be someone you need to talk to about selling this property. No, it's just me. I'm the only one here. And then that guy might say to you, well, I'm going through an ugly divorce right now. I caught my wife cheating with the Amazon man. And, I don't think she's on board to sell the property, but, I want to sell it. You can't sell it. You got to go get a court order. Go get, I think it's like an injunction. You got a few steps to do before I could buy your house.
Exactly.
I can make you a great offer today. You still couldn't sell it. So all parties have to be on board, or you have to have the signing authority.
Yeah, and
if you don't,
yeah, sorry, go ahead, Scott.
No, I was just saying, if you don't, then I mean,
yeah, there's no reason to ask about the windows or the floor or anything like that, right? I mean, you're wasting time at that point. And the script he's talking about, Latoya, I just sent it to you again. I think I've sent it to you in the past. Yeah, it's just a more cut and dry, like, first things first, right? If you're not the decision maker, I don't want to talk to you.
right.
Respectfully. Kelly.
Hey, man.
What's going on?
Just trying to gain knowledge, listen to you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, you're in the right place. You got the Machine Levine, which I don't know.
What's up, Kelly? How are you?
Hey, I've never really actually talked to you, even though I've watched you marvel and amaze several different times.
Hey, by the way,
good.
You guys need to connect on that Folly Beach property. I know we talked about this several months ago. Scott, I think you're still working on that. Are you?
I mean, it's available. Nobody's bought it yet. I honestly have been working on a little bit of a different project. But yeah, that is available.
Yeah, I would, Kelly, like you said,
Happy to share it with you, Kelly. I'm building a hotel right now myself. So the bigger picture was to make an all-encompassing brand that would have various projects inside of it rather than any single one. Folly Beach, as Sean just mentioned. So yes, the individual investment is there. I'm just trying to make it a little easier on myself for the long term of having the bucket of funds that I could then use accordingly for various projects rather than just marketing any one or two at a time, you know?
No, I get it. I get the
that's all.
funding side of it. I've got a couple projects I'm looking to get some funding on as well right now. One in Tampa, I'm just trying to get finished. I'm running way short on it due to everything you could possibly list. But I'm always open to do stuff. Once I get that property free, I'll have quite a bit of cash on hand to look at doing something.
Where is this, on the water near the stadium? Where's this?
It's right in downtown, historical.
Okay.
You know, I've got great numbers in it, a lot of equity in it. I just need some cash to finish it up. So that's what I'm working on now.
How far along in the build are you?
Almost done. I'm at the point where we're ordering countertops and
Okay.
painting and, you know, but it's a lot. I mean, just the appliances in this alone are 28,000. So, right.
How big of a house? 2,500?
4,000 square feet. It's a
4,000.
historical area of Hyde Park in Tampa.
Sounds beautiful.
It's $2.5 million home.
Beautiful. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Once I get that unlocked and this one that Sean's seen in Winter Garden I'm doing, you know, I'll have a lot of cash on hand at that point.
Love it. Oh, that's the one you're gonna list it for what, like 7?
Yeah. Yep.
Man, and you
Got
got it for what, like 370 or something?
310.
Spicy. It's a spicy
Nice.
meatball.
I
Very
used to
you're
have a
talking
client
about solving
down that
problems.
way.
You're talking about solving problems. That was one of those where the kids got it out of the parents. It's in probate. It's just being finished up right now. And they wanted nothing to do with it. They actually couldn't stand the parents. They wanted nothing to do with the memories of the house. They needed someone to come in and get, you know, money to move out, cash to solve a few problems, someone to handle the legal work. And,
Yep.
you know, they actually wanted to give it to me for nothing, just to take it off their hands.
Just
And I'm
take
like,
it. I don't want to think about it. Yep. I don't want to deal with it.
but I gave them money anyway. So just because I think later on they would get smarter. So anyway, it's been a good deal.
Nice, man.
That one.
How'd you find that one?
A guy called me and said, "Hey, I got someone who needs help. Can you help them?" And I
whoa.
go,
That's
"Let's take a look."
interesting. Here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hold on. Someone's sharing this screen.
My God, we got to stop that.
That's a rough one.
Man, you guys.
How do I?
Man,
And they're
you-
putting me on top of it.
Man.
How do we get this off?
Speaking of condos,
I don't know who this person is.
I have a small iPhone, so I couldn't figure out what that was.
Oh God.
Oh my
I'm
God.
assuming it's Hamill, or is this Samantha?
Sean, I know you've been sick and laid up for a while, but get your port off the.
My God. There we go. It was this person. My-
Who was it?
I was like, Hamill, are you here?
Oh my gosh!
Whoever you are, because I'm about to remove you as well, because I don't know who you are and you haven't said anything. I get nervous.
You're not talking.
Get nervous.
Have
when
you
y'all
guys
don't
ever
talk.
thought about using free conference call?
Yeah, we've thought about just not allowing people that aren't hosts to share the screen, but I
No,
guess-
there's a site called Free Conference Call that's very similar to Zoom and is very they can do unlimited length of time. I don't know how many people you can have on for free, but it's a free service.
Yeah, let me
well.
look into that one. This Investor Thrive. This is a family friendly show. Sorry about that. I don't know.
Gosh,
Yeah, man, it's pretty. It's like, come on, people. We've all seen some porn. Why do you need to share that on the screen there? Unbelievable.
Hey, Dalton, you just dropped one in here, I see, for
Yeah, so this one's on market. In
Utah?
I'm sorry, not on market. It's in Salt Lake City, so it's going to require. Hamill, are you here? I'm just scared. I'm scared of.
get rid of him.
Yeah, I'm out of here. It's a hard Man, I can't.
It's hard out here for a wholesaler.
Yeah, sorry. If I don't know you, you got to go. I won't report you though. I'm just going to remove you. Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. So yeah, Dalton, I don't know if you're here. Are you still here? Do you want me to look at it right now, or should we look at it later?
I don't think Dalton's here.
He's trying. I hear him. He's definitely got bad reception. All right. Yeah, I mean, I've looked,
I like that street that it's on.
did you send it? He sent it direct?
No, he just dropped it in the chat. I just copied the address and looking at it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a great area.
I don't know what I'm looking at here though. It's an off-market house and
In Sandy, Utah. Huh?
right.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it's better to get some info before we run a comp, but I'm assuming you're looking for ARV. That's
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Good.
Yeah. I was going through.
Sorry, you're still breaking up a bit.
Dalton, call us later. I'll go through this with you, but we're gonna wrap up this
Yeah.
this call right now.
Yeah, message me. I'll look at it whenever you're ready. Latoya, are you good? You got everything? Or did you want to look at another one?
Nah, I just want to ask Scott about that program. So I'm already in the mastermind
Yeah.
program, Mark? But I wanted to see, because I am kind of like trying to set a budget on my marketing. And I know you mentioned.
Oh, that's smart. If you haven't done that already, how much does the SMS software cost monthly?
It was like over 200.
Good guy. And how much are you spending on prop streams? Another 100,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then you're pulling the leads from prop stream,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and then where are you skip tracing them?
Honestly, I use this guy from Fiverr.
Fiverr guy. Okay. I love Fiverr guys.
I use Batch, but
My favorite type of man is a Fiverr man.
I used to use Batch, but it's like 15 cents a lead. It's like
Yeah. Okay.
So what I've been doing too is just I haven't even purchased new lists. I've just been using the same list that I've had for the past year, and I'm just kind of recycling those.
So watch this. I want to hook you up because those sellers from the last year, if they haven't sold their house yet, I don't even want the house. Okay. It's the hottest real estate market ever. If they haven't sold, $100 right now. Okay. Cut the cord, cut all $300 worth of those programs, buy the all-in-one for $99 and keep $201 in your pocket.
Mm.
Yeah, that is honestly.
You have
good idea. I don't know why we didn't think
300,000
about that
people.
before, honestly.
You have 300,000 people that you can call on our dialer or SMS, whatever, right? You have a CRM, so they go right into your CRM for you. You don't have to worry about pulling the list again. You don't have to worry about skip tracing and going on to Fiverr for that, right? I don't know. Do you have a CRM right now?
Yeah, I have Podio.
Okay, Podio's free, right?
It's free, but I literally yesterday just paid for the first time because they max out the amount of leads you can put in there. So I was like, where did that come from? So
How much did you pay for that?
it's only like $9. Like I think it's $18
A month?
So yeah, but this is
Adding up here.
my first time ever using it. So
Yeah, I hear you.
And you only used it like to increase the amount of leads that you could have inside of your system, right? Your CRM.
what? Why am I using Podio?
Yeah, no.
Why did the cost increase, right?
Yes,
Like
yes, that's why.
you
My
needed more space. Yeah. Yeah, Sean, they cap you out on like a free plan. They'll let you have, whatever, 5 gigs, right? And then you start uploading lists, right? They got to store all this on their servers,
Got you.
It's got to go somewhere, Oh, it's in the cloud. Well, the cloud is physically somewhere.
That's true.
So yeah,
They just wanted to pay for it. That's all.
I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm gonna for sure.
You're inside of the mastermind with Sean, and you work with Nathan already.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's something we should probably start implementing with all of them just because, yeah, some of our all-in-ones are barely even calling anyway, right? We might as well.
I mean, the thing is, I had the Smarter Contacts for whatever reason, it helped me out. So they didn't recommend, they said they use Smarter Contacts. And then I said, well, I use a different platform for my text blasting. As soon as I switched over, Smarter Contacts did help me out a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it's so structured. But if the list of this program is giving me leads.
I mean, you could technically still text if you wanted to, but obviously you can do more text more easily, but cold calling.
What
is-
are you doing like a text blast, like sending to multiple people at once?
I
Yeah.
send like thousands a day,
Thousands a day?
which
And do you have the analytics? Do you have the data of the 1,000 that are going out, how many are actually getting delivered and seen?
and they show and I've been through the training. It kind of shows you how to change up your templates. And that's what I do. Like every other day, I change up my words. Templates work and which don't, so you can edit the ones that don't, and then you can see how it helps your percentage. So yeah, I mean, I've liked it, but it is pricey.
Do me a favor here. I just grab that link that I just put into the, actually, I just sent it to Dalton. Hold on. Dalton already's got that link. Do me a favor. I'm gonna hook you up. Find 15 minutes on my calendar today or tomorrow, whatever. I have some templates that I could share with you. And I also want to show you the system that I'm using to send out my messages. And maybe we could collaborate together and work something
I would do that.
on that.
I would take
Okay.
him up on that, Latoya, for sure.
You know, I'm ready for whatever. Like,
Yeah.
just,
He's yeah.
I'm trying to save money on my marketing, and I still want results. I have had issues with my some of my lists. Like I'll do my cold calling, and it's like, man, the hit ratio is low. Like at one point it was at like 14%. Now it's at like 7%. I don't know why. So
Old list. You said it before. It's an older list.
100%.
Think of like a sponge, right? When you soak a sponge in water, right? It's like dripping, right? Those are leads just dripping out, right? As soon as you touch it, leads are just coming out. But after you squeeze it a few times, it's tough to get that water out, you know? So it's the same thing with going through a list that's a year old.
okay.
Dried up sponge.
But I got you covered. I got so much data that I need you in my life to we can collaborate and
Yeah.
everything
Scott
will be
will buy
okay.
your deal too. If we don't buy it, Scott will buy it. You bring him a deal?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Yeah,
what
find
these calls are
some
about.
time on my calendar this afternoon or tomorrow, and we'll definitely touch on this because if you're sending out 1,000 a day, so those aren't free either. So I mean, your budget's just increasing the longer we talk. Your budget's just growing. What are those SMS costs daily to send?
Oh man, honestly, it's over 1,000, but it just varies. It varies.
Over 1,000 a month?
Sometimes I don't know. Like sometimes I'll skip days because of that. Because it is. I can't remember. How much
Well, today's June 1st. For the month of May, how much money was spent on SMS? If you don't know the answer to that, you should, because you're about to spend it again for June, and you don't even know what you're about to spend.
Well, let's get our numbers straight.
Gotta know your numbers.
Gotta know our
We
numbers.
can't just we can't just we can't just throw it.
Roll the dice. Roll the dice.
We gotta have somebody like you put gas in your car, you know how far it gets you, right?
Right.
So this is no different, right? How much gas do we have to even make it through the month of June, right? Or did I have to push my car up to the service station by the time May 31st rolled around? You know, I don't know if you have an income, right? I don't know, right, if this is your sole source of income, right? So if you're not getting deals, then it's just an expense, right? So if it's an expense and we have our prop stream, I canceled prop stream last month, right? I got frustrated with it. I'm paying $100 for it, and it's not giving me the comps that it used to.
No.
Right? I bought Privy. I tried out this thing called Privy a couple months back. I said, you know what? Privy doesn't not give me the comps, right? They give me some MLS data, but PropStream has none. So I'm using Privy right now. It's not the best, right? But the single reason that I used PropStream, it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Right? If you're someone that's happy just running lists, right, and exporting 10,000 fresh records a month and then skip tracing those and something like, you can even skip trace those for a flat $50. You can go upload that into Mojo Dialer and do a skip trace, right? So now you have, maybe 7,000 after you skip trace to 10, right? Maybe 60%. I don't know, right? Now you have 6,000 fresh people to go through. Whether it's on my dialer or your dialer, you're paying $100 a month for PropStream. Spend the $50 a month to get the skip trace done. I'm sure your guy on Fiverr charges you something close to that, probably more, right? So for $50, you have an unlimited amount of skip trace through Mojo Cells.
Hmm.
I would have to believe 6,000 fresh people for you to start messaging today, June 1st, will get you through the month
Yeah.
with contracts.
Yeah. So
So again, working smart, you know. Nathan even gives 5,000 free downloads. He's got some affiliate link in there for 5,000 free downloads from Batch. So again, if you cut the cord from PropStream, save yourself the $97, take advantage of 5,000 free from Batch. Go spend $50 on Mojo and skip trace those 5,000. Right? And now you just, you know, go put them into your SMS machine, right? But I don't know the fees on that. I just don't know enough about it, you know, to say if that's scalable or not. But yeah, definitely find some time on my calendar. I'm happy to show you my system. I'm using a tool right now that crawls and scrapes and then messages FSBOs on Zillow. So
Yeah.
those people respond back, and you know,
How's that
I'm
been
happy to
for
show
you?
you the system.
how's that been for you? The FSBOs?
Oh, me, I keep my mouth shut. Everyone complains that they don't like FSBOs. I just shut up because I don't want people calling them. They don't like them.
Call
Fine
him.
with me,
Call him.
you know. Oh, they want retail. They're cheap. They're doing it by themselves.
No.
Okay, sure. Well, no problem. I just keep my mouth shut.
Okay.
Right?
So this is a good circle to be in right here. So definitely get on his calendar, and then I'll talk to you tomorrow. And wait, today's Wednesday already? Yeah, man.
All day.
Yeah. So connect with him, and then we'll connect tomorrow. Let's play it sometime, or you can. Yeah, we connect together. And yeah, because let's tighten that up a bit for sure. Get you some new data, whatever we gotta do, because yeah, we gotta get you rolling. Sweet. All right. Well, guys, appreciate it. Girls, everybody. Well, let's see.
All right, catch you all later.
Yep. See you guys.
Great to meet you, Scott. We'll talk more in the future.
Yep. Did you his calendar link, if you saw it? I mean, I don't know if you wanted to ever pop on his calendar as well. He put it in there.
Where is it in chat?
Right
I'm on
here.
my phone, so I can't see much chat
Oh,
on
I
it.
can text it to you. You want me to text it?
Okay.
Yeah, let me text it to you. But yeah,
You know, I
did
tried
you ever
going
connect
to-
with Nate?
You asked me a question?
Yeah, I said, did you ever connect with Nate?